Hello friends, this video on Ray Optics Part 10 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till Part 9 before going ahead with Part 10. Let us now look at the image formation by concave mirror. So now we will see what kind of image is formed when a object is placed at a particular location in front of a concave mirror. So this will give you, once we finish this topic, by that time you will have a very clear idea how a spherical mirror works. Then you will know how does an image forms from an object. What are the character? How do you determine that what kind of image will form? Where will the image be formed? So you will get a very good idea once we cover this topic. So let us first consider each of the cases separately. That means each case considering the object at a different location. So let us first consider that the object is located at infinity. Now in this case, the object is at infinity. So we don't know where exactly the object is. It is very far off. It is at a very far off distance. So let us assume that the object is at a very far distance. Let us suppose some ray is coming from that object. We don't know where it is. It comes, approaches the mirror, approaches the pole of the mirror obliquely. So what will happen after reflection? It will again go back obliquely. Somewhat like this, right? So you will see that in this image formation, we will make use of the 4 rules which I discussed. So those 4 rules are the most important thing which should be kept in mind. If you remember those 4 rules, it is very simple and very easy for you to understand the image formation by mirrors. Okay, so this is one ray. Now let us suppose there is another ray which is coming from that object at infinity. We don't know where that object is. Let us suppose there is another ray which passes through this center of curvature. So if it passes through the center of curvature, it will strike the mirror, and what will happen? It will retrace the same path. That means it will go back in the same path. So what do you see? These 2 reflected rays meet at this point. So that means, what is this point? This is nothing but the principal focus. So that means your image is formed here. Now this image is inverted because it is below the principal axis. So let me call this as B dash A dash. So if the object is, now why do we consider this 2 as parallel rays? Because we don't know from where it is starting, because the object is at an infinite distance, right? So in this case, the image is A dash B dash. And what are the other properties of the image? What else do we notice about the image? The image is real, right? Because it is formed at a point where the reflected rays actually meet. So the image is real. The image is inverted, right? It is inverted, which is very clearly visible. What is the location of the image? The image is located at the principal focus, at F. So the image is located at principal focus. What else do we notice about the image? Now, since the object is located at a very far off distance, we don't know about we are not able to see the object exactly, but we see by looking at the image, we see that the size of the image also gets diminished. So these are the 4 things which we can tell about the image if the object is placed at infinity. So that means, and this diagram which we draw is known as a ray diagram, where we plot the entire diagram using different rays of light. So we can say that if an object is placed at infinity in front of a concave mirror, what happens? An image will be formed at the principal focus of the concave mirror, and the image will be a real image, inverted image, and a diminished image. So now let us look at the second scenario where we say that the object is placed beyond the center of curvature. That means the object is not so far as infinity, but it is beyond the center of curvature. Let us suppose that the object is somewhere here. This is my object. Let me call this object as AB. So what will happen here? Let us consider rule number 1. A ray of light parallel to the principal axis reaches the mirror. After reflection, it passes through the principal focus. This is my first ray. Now there is another ray which passes through the center of curvature, and after reflection it traces back the center of curvature. That means there is another ray which passes through the center of curvature. Let's suppose this is my mirror, touches the mirror, and after reflection again goes back along the same path. So these two rays again meet at this point. So therefore the image will be formed here. So the image again is inverted, so we call it as B dash A dash. So in this case, what can we tell about the image? The image is real because it is formed at a point where the rays actually meet. Again, the image is inverted. What is the location of the image? The image is formed between F and C. That means if the object is located beyond center of curvature, then the image will form between the principal focus and the center of curvature. And what about the size of the image? If you see, the size of the image is reduced. So the image is again diminished. See here the lines are not drawn straight because I am just drawing it roughly. So if you draw it properly, you will be able to see the difference in the heights of the image as well. Now let us look at the third scenario where we say that the object is located at the center of curvature. So the object is here. This is my object. So in this case, what will happen again? We consider a ray of light parallel to the principal axis. After reflection passes through the principal focus. Alright. Now let us assume another ray of light which passes through the principal focus. So after reflection, what will happen? This is rule number 2. It passes through the parallel to the principal axis. So what do you see? The two rays meet at this point. So that means the image is formed at the center of curvature itself. So this was my object AB and the image is formed as B dash A dash. And also if you see that the size of the image is same as the size of the object. So what all can we say about the image in this case? The image is real. The image is inverted. Now location of the image is at center of curvature. Size of the image, same size as object. So it is neither diminished nor enlarged. Right? Okay. Let us look at, now we are, did you notice something? That we are gradually bringing the object nearer to the pole. First scenario, we considered that the object is at infinity. Then we considered that it is not so far, but it is beyond center of curvature. Then we said that it is at center of curvature. Now we are telling that the object is between the center of curvature and the principal focus. That means the object is located somewhere here. Let me call this as AB. So again, a ray of light parallel to principal axis. After reflection, passes through the principal focus. Another ray of light passes through principal focus, and after reflection, it goes parallel to the principal axis. So where is the image formed? If you extend this principal axis, you see that the image is formed here. So this is B dash A dash. So now did you notice something different in this case? What different did you notice here? Here also the image is real, right? Because the rays are really meeting. Here also the image is inverted. Location of the image in this case is beyond the center of curvature, right? Now what about the size of the image? Here if you see, the size of the image is greater than the size of the object. So the image is enlarged, right? And also notice one interesting fact. Starting from case 1, we are gradually moving the object towards the pole of the mirror. And what do you notice? Gradually, the distance of the image from the pole is increasing. In the first case, when the object was at infinity, the image was formed at principal focus. In the next case, when the object was beyond center of curvature, the image was formed between center of curvature and focus. In the third case, when the object is at center of curvature, the image further moved to center of curvature. Now when the object is between center of curvature and focus, the image further moved beyond center of curvature. So that means gradually as the object is coming near the pole, the image is going far away from the pole, right? Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.